first video that I watched was The Secret, One Power, One Law, and that's the law of attraction. Some of the key points discussed in the video: everything that comes to your life you attract, thoughts become things, monitor your thoughts, feel good, that goes out to the universe, think of yourself as a magnet, and then think of the things you want, and the law of attraction gives you these things. And then they discussed about quantum physics. The mind is actually shaping the very thing that is being perceived. So it discussed about the law of attraction and how the things that we have in life are the things that we attract. So if we think positive about things, about life, about our day, then we are attracting these positive actions. And so that was what was discussed in the video, The Secret. The second video that I watched was Martin Seligman's The New Era of Positive Psychology, and he spoke about how psychology has changed in the last 60 years. Now 14 diseases now are treatable and 2 are curable. And so he discussed the science of mental illness, classifying them, understanding the cases, the drug treatments used in some of the cases, how to test them, and how to help people, how to help miserable people be less miserable. And he measured the different forms of happiness, and he did a lot of studies and asking questions to the patients. And he discussed about the pleasant life, the good life, and the meaningful life, and how they are different. The pleasant life is having as many pleasures as possible, and he said that sometimes is heritable. The good life is about identifying 3 highest strengths and recrafting your work. He did use an example, which was about a bagger in a supermarket and how she hated her job, but that was her job through college, and how she made a pleasant experience for the customer. Basically, she made every single experience with a customer pleasant, and that was good for the customer and good for her. So that was how she recrafted her work to benefit her. And the meaningful life is about knowing your signature strength. And so I do believe that both videos are similar. One is about the law of attraction and attracting positive things, and the other one is about having positive thoughts and how to make psychology, how to have psychology be positive in your life, and how to help people, and they did it through research. I have 2 examples that I can use. One is a successful case that I had. I had a patient called very upset because his prescription was not called into the pharmacy, and he was yelling at me on the phone, very upset. He said it was my fault. I had never spoken to him before. That was my first time talking to him, and I just tried to calm him down and explain to him that the questions that I was asking were questions that I needed to get his prescription to the pharmacy and to help him. And that was the reason that I was asking again, is because I hadn't spoken to him before, and I just wanted to help him. So when he calmed down, stopped yelling, and basically understood that I was trying to help him, he became a better, pleasant person to deal with. And he just said, I understand you're trying to help me, and I appreciate it. So that was just my way of dealing with it. And I did use the Tend and Befriend method, where I actually just tried to calm him down and explain to him the reason that I was asking was because I wanted to help him. There was an instance with a patient where she was in my face yelling, like literally physically in front of my face yelling at me, very upset. And the only way that I could deal with it was the fight or flight method, and I actually walked away from her because that was the only situation, the only way that I could deal with it. If not, it would have been back and forth. So I actually walked away, got my office manager to help me with the situation, and then I didn't interact with her anymore, and I let my office manager deal with it. I didn't want to have an altercation with her, verbal. I didn't want it to be like a yelling match or anything like that. That's very unprofessional. And so the only way that I could deal with it, from it not becoming a verbal altercation, we were both physically yelling at each other, was to just walk away. And that was unsuccessful, because I ended up walking away and nothing was resolved. But that was the only way that I knew how to deal with it at the time.